Well, Dustin Hoffman, I wonder if we're giving away too much by saying that an outbreak, a major part of the outbreak, occurs in a movie theater, which I find rather amusing. I wonder if you'd like to comment on that.
I didn't realize how amusing it was till I stood in the back and watched an audience watching it.
They picked up on that right away.
Yes, yes.
Gee, is there some comment about movies and movie watching being made here, I wonder?
Well, it's the reality that in which we live in. I guess the most dangerous places these days are movie houses, subways, pediatricians' offices, hospitals.
Interesting group of locations.
Yes.
Now, a lot of the time you're spending the action inside a helmet. When does that become kind of a problem, to be confined like that?
It became a problem when we were doing costume tests. And I said, there must be another way to do this. And Erica Phillips, who did a fine job on the film costuming, did a terrible job saving us pain.
Oh my goodness. And they're actually feeding you oxygen.
Yes, they are. Erica wasn't. She was out in Malibu, I think.
Long distance oxygen. But
saying, the sun's great.
there weren't any fears that somebody might forget to keep the flow going there?
No, I'm sorry I didn't make that film back in the drug days of the 70s, because we probably would have gotten some good weed flowing through.
You could kind of keep it recycling
yeah,
there.
But man, it's a great film to be working on.
Well, I guess we're having a lot of fun with a movie that really isn't very funny, but it's true, isn't it, that there has to be humor in a picture like this or it just wouldn't fly?
Well, I think that we learned from the experts that we talked to, and that was one of the questions we brought up in the other work. Even I've been watching the Simpson trial a little bit, and on a day-to-day basis you say, my God, the judge makes jokes, the prosecutor, the lawyer, and that exists in any profession where there's a great tension going on. I guess it becomes the oxygen, you know.
You said yesterday in some interviews I was with that movies like A Midnight Cowboy could not be made today. And I'm curious if you would elaborate on that a little bit. Is it tougher to get message films, character-driven films, done in your own career, in your own lifetime? You've seen it get harder?
There's something different now that didn't exist then. Movies used to platform, meaning that they opened in a few theaters if they were of a kind of unconventional type, and the studios, you know, hoped for word of mouth to fuel that film so they could then disperse it out into more theaters. That doesn't happen in the main today. They open, boom, and they've got to make money that first weekend. And frankly, the people that usually go to films on the first weekend are people who are drawn to high concept movies that can be that they understand, that they know Batman, they know Jim Carrey, or they know what the film is about in one sentence. It's very tough to explain Midnight Cowboy in a sentence or two. Consequently, films of that nature, I think, are really having a tougher time. And the mythology is that you can make a film on a very low budget, which you can, but the studios in this day and age can still spend $10 million on a film that costs $300,000.
Here, maybe the helicopter chase could get that good opening first weekend, and then the more serious aspects of Outbreak could keep it going.
Well, I think you hit it on the head.
One other thing before our time is out. You were very amused yesterday when somebody asked you about the reputation of being a difficult actor, and you instantly said, I'm the designated hitter of difficult actors.
Well, because all the celebrities that I know have some stigma attached to them, and we in the profession know that it's just emblematic of that it's an emblem that the media has attached to you. And I used the example that Jack Nicholson was blamed for taking more drugs, but in the 70s he didn't take any more or less than all the rest of us. And Warren Beatty had the reputation of bedding down all the women, but as a matter of fact, there was a few stars that, you know, that made Warren Beatty look rather like a neophyte.
But I mean, for heaven's sake,
it goes.
Yeah, if somebody's got to be difficult, then it might as well be you, okay?
Yes.
Hey, please give our best to Tootsie and Ratso and Hook and all of the other wonderful companions in your career.
Thank you.
It's been so good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5, talking to Dustin Hoffman here in Los Angeles about Outbreak.